This video is going to walk you through how to do this notebook page in your science notebook. So the first thing you're going to do on this page is you have this small periodic table at the top of the page. The first thing you want to do is you want to choose two colors, crayons colors, colored pencils, highlighters, whatever you have, and you want to choose two different colors. You're going to use one color to use for your metals and one color for your non-metals. So I'm going to choose pink, and that's going to be my metal color. I'm going to go through, and you want to color in all of your metals here. I'm just going to outline mine because I'm not able to color them in on this recording, but you'll want to color yours in there. Pick a color that's light enough you can still see the elements through it. And then I'm going to pick another color for my non-metals. Maybe we do blue in our non-metal color. And I'm going to go through and color in all of my non-metals. Okay, that is the first step. The second step is you're going to write the ion charges above each group on the periodic table. So for group 1 has a +1 charge. Group 2 has a +2 charge. Remember, these ones vary, so the ion charges vary for our transition metals, so we don't need to write anything on those. Group 13 has a +3 charge. Group 14 has plus or -4. Group 15 has -3. Group 16 -2. Group 17 -1. And then group 18 has a 0 ion charge. Okay, so you're going to do that first. You also want to make a little key off to the side. So pink are my metals and blue are my non-metals. Okay, so you have that off to the side. So that's the top of the page. That's what you're doing with the top of the page. Once you finish that, you're able to move down, and you're going to see here that it says to write the ion symbol, for the following elements. Okay, so let's take a look. We will do, let's look at potassium and phosphorus, numbers 6 and 7. We're going to do those two together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find potassium on my periodic table. Potassium is K. So I locate that on my periodic table, and I notice that if I look above that group, that potassium has a +1 charge. So I'm going to come down here and write my ion symbol is potassium, and it's a superscript, has a +1 charge. Okay, that would be the ion symbol for potassium. Doing the same for phosphorus, but phosphorus is on our other side of our periodic table. So I find phosphorus P. I look above it, has a -3 charge. So I'm going to come down here and do phosphorus -3. Okay. So this first part, all you're doing is writing the ion symbol, which is the element symbol with the ion charge. Okay. With the ion charge. Let me erase this just so we have enough room when we look down at our second half of what we're doing. So what we're doing, this second part is it says, would the following pairs form an ionic or a covalent bond? So what you're going to do as a reminder, for ionic bonds, remember for ionic bonds, an ionic bond forms between a metal and a non-metal. For covalent bonds, a covalent bond forms between a non-metal and a non-metal. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your two colors you started with at the beginning, which mine were pink and blue, and you're going to look at those two elements. The first ones here are sulfur and oxygen. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to look for sulfur. We can see sulfur is right there on our periodic table. And oxygen is right there on our periodic table. Okay. We've located those. Those are both, sulfur and oxygen are both in the blue, so the non-metals. So I'm going to take my blue color and I am going to put 2 blue lines because they're both non-metals. Okay? Then I think about my different types of bonds and I think, well, ionic is metal, non-metal. Covalent's non-metal, non-metal. These are both non-metals, so I know it's going to form a covalent bond. Okay? Let's look at another one together real quick, and then I'll give you the rest of the time to work on this. Let's look at magnesium and chlorine, number 3. So I go up and I find magnesium. Magnesium is in the second group, and it's a metal. Chlorine is a non-metal. It's in group 17. Scroll down. I know that magnesium is a metal. Chlorine is a non-metal, so I'm color coding those. And then I am writing metal, non-metal. That makes it an ionic bond. Okay, an ionic bond. So that is how you complete the rest of that page. You want to finish the rest of the page on your own.